Hey folks, Gary here. Man, I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday morning. And Cole is here. He's just he's down here by my feet for some unknown reason. Don't know why. Other than the fact he just likes being around, right? So for my wife and my son, man, he loves being around them too. They're just not up as early as I am. But when they come out, man, his tail's going like crazy because he loves to be near them and around them. And it's kind of like our relationship with Jesus. You just want to be close. You just want to be around him because he's so amazing. He's God. And so we've been talking about Revelations. We did that yesterday, Revelation 21, and about our dwelling with God and just how spectacular that's going to be. So I thought we'd look at a little more of that today. So we're going to look at verse 9 down to 14. And there's a whole lot more there. You should read the book of Revelations. It's amazing. It's not a scary book. It's a book about God coming for us, which is phenomenal. Anyways, looking at 21 verse 9, it says this. Then one of the seven angels who held the seven bowls, containing the seven last plagues, came and said to me, "Come with me. I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." So he took me in the spirit to a great high mountain, and he showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, descending out of the heavens from God. So this is the new Jerusalem coming down. And it shone with the glory of God and sparkled like a precious stone, like jasper, as clear as crystal. The city wall was broad and high with 12 gates guarded by 12 angels, and the names of the 12 tribes of Israel were written on the gates. There were 3 gates on each side, east, north, south, and west. The wall of the city had 12 foundational stones, and on them were written the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. So John's doing his best to describe what he's seen. And if you read the rest of it, he goes even further. Matter of fact, you should read all the descriptions of heaven because they just blow your mind. And keep in mind, when John is telling us that, he's not doing justice to it. He's saying it's like this, it's like that. He's trying to compare it to the greatest things that he knows because it surpasses that. God has built he builds incredible things, and we will see this when we see him in glory, when we see him in heaven. What's really cool about this, it says, come with me, I'll show you the bride. Now, Jesus tells us in John 14, I believe, he says to his apostles, I'm going to go prepare a place for you. Basically, he's saying, like, I go to prepare a place for you in my Father's house. What does that mean? What it means is this: is Jesus is preparing a place for his bride when he says that. That was the custom then. When you were a groom, when you were engaged to your bride, you would go to your father's house and you would prepare a place where you're going to live with your bride. You would prepare a room, like an addition to the house, that's going to be yours. That's where you're going to live with your bride. And then you will go back and get your bride, right? It says, then I'll come back for you. Well, this is this. This has been prepared for us by God, our dwelling place for eternity with God. Earlier in that chapter, it says, look, God's home is now with his people. He will live with them and they'll be his people, and God will be with them, God himself. That we're going to spend eternity in the presence of God, and it's never, ever going to get old. It's always going to be amazing. So good. Good stuff to read. Should encourage you. Your future is incredibly bright. Your future on earth, because God's taking care of you, that's awesome. But after that, it's going to blow your mind. God is just so cool.